TLoZ, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Twilight Princess Minimalist Run, I think it was 39. Holy floodigans. um, Today, we're heading over to the Gerudo Desert.
His face is freaky.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Blast off!
Is that like even legal?
What, shooting humans out of cannons?
Yeah, for real.
Live ammunition, literally. Wait, Link. Exposition. Before you go on, there's something I want you to hear. Do you remember what the spirit said about the fused shadows?
No.
What do you think happened to the magic wielders who tried to rule the sacred realm? They were banished. They were chased across the sacred lands of Hyrule and driven into another realm by the goddesses.
You just ruined that seriousness. You said Hyrule. The heck?
It was another world entirely, the antithesis of Hyrule, where the sun shines bright. Its denizens became shadows that could not mingle with the light. Eventually, most came to call it the Twilight Realm, and from it, none can return to the world of light. They were forever doomed to live in the Twilight, fitting in the half-light... Oh. My bad. Flitting in the half-light of dusk, mere shadows of Hyrule. Sounds like a pretty creepy place. This is the history of the Twilight as it has been passed down from our ancestors. Do you now understand what I am? I am a descendant of the tribe that was banished to the Twilight Realm.
Aw, poor Minna. What did she look like without that hat?
It was a peaceful place until Zant took control of the Twilight Realm and transformed all of the Twilight into Shadow Beasts.
Those things are freaky, if you ask me. And his weird coat thing.
It's clear to me now that he somehow gained a great evil power previously unknown to our tribe. In any case, I was sent from there and can no longer get into the Twilight Realm without his power. But there's another tale told by my people. Though the goddesses forbade us to return to the world of light, they left one link between the light and the darkness. A link between Twilight. Something called the Mirror of Twilight was passed to the protectors of Hyrule. It's our only path to the Twilight Realm, and we must get there. You'll come with me, won't you? She has feelings for me. Putting her hand all over me. It's like she's got
Rubs her butt on your back.
It's like she's got a thing for me. Oh man.
I ship it. I need to come up with a ship name. Okay, Minna and Link. Mink.
I think
I ship it. Mink. Mink is their ship
people
name.
give Gerudo Desert a whole lot of crap because they complain it's open, but here's the reality of the situation, folks. Deserts are open regardless of how you look at it. Like, come on.
Yeah, what kind of desert isn't like this, okay? Every desert is like this in the world. You go travel to, like, the Sahara.
Honestly, Gerudo Desert is amongst some of my favorite places within this entire game. Just because of how well it correlates to the whole overall desert theme. And just the fact...
Wait for the new Zelda game coming out where you can, like, travel anywhere you want to go.
Though it kind of disappoints me that, spoilers, the Gerudo tribe is extinct, but nonetheless. Though, it makes me wonder, is the Gerudo tribe the group of people responsible for making those fused shadows and being banished into the Twilight? That'd be an interesting theory. Because, like, what else happened to them? Oh, crap, I didn't even see that pit. Tells you how well everything else blends in here. And what do you think of the music here? Fantastic, isn't it? So it looks like I need to give myself a panoramic view so I can see everything coming my way. It's overhead, regardless. But it is panning my side. I don't know. Nothing's going anywhere, so... These things look like miniature versions of the boss we fought back in the Late Bed Temple. I wonder if that's mere coincidence, though. Come here, Mr. Whatchamacallit. Taste death by my Ordonian sword. Oh, hey, it's a Poe. That I'm going to completely ignore it.
That is it.
Which we must traverse by this thingamabob. I don't know what this thing is, but regardless, we're riding it.
Is it one of those, like, things that are, like, in Wind Waker and you like them?
No. Oh, wait. Is it a Peahat? I think it's a Peahat. This game doesn't give you, like, the exact names of the enemies, unlike the other past 3D Zelda games, which is kind of odd. Like, seriously, Twilight Princess is the only game in the series that doesn't do that. I mean, the first two 3D Zelda games gave you a biography, thanks to the fairy accompanying you. Then you had the figurine gallery back in Wind Waker. And then you can do it again in Skyward Sword. But no, in Twilight Princess, we're kind of left out in the dark on these enemy names unless we look it up. By the way, I want to come up here because up here is a thing I can use to create a shortcut in Hyrule Field. If this thing will cooperate anyway. Oh. Derp. Ride the Peahat! If that's what this thing is anyway. I think it's a Peahat. I don't know. Oh no, I'm a human fighting these things. Whatever shall I do? Defeat him as a human, that's what. Gosh darn it, so much slowdown. I don't think I've seen so much slowdown on a GameCube game before.
I think this has pretty good graphics for the GameCube.
Yeah. Still, I'm surprised that the GameCube's 2 consoles old now. It's technically considered a classic console now. As the GBA's getting games released on the eShop, and that's considered virtual console, aka oldish games. Or an old console of the sorts. And since the GBA came out around the same time the GameCube did, or at the very least in the same year, well, there you go. So, yeah, let's take it over here. And that was the bridge that disappeared for no apparent reason back in part whatchamacallit. It was on our way over to the Lanayru province, so... Except it's not really a plot MacGuffin because it has nothing to do with the plot. But down there is the Cave of
It's
Ordeals.
still a giant plot MacGuffin thing.
Down there, underneath the bridge, is the Cave of Ordeals, and it is the secret dungeon of the game. It's kind of like the Pit of 100 Trials and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door in the sense that you go through like 50.
I didn't know there was a secret dungeon.
Yeah, you go through like 50 floors, defeating like waves of enemies. But whether or not I'll do that, I don't really know because it's hard to determine, especially since I only have 3 hearts. But if I ever do plan on doing that, I might do that with 3 hearts, but not under minimalist restrictions. If mostly because I need those bottles. Because it's actually the one thing that's legitimately challenging in this game, especially if you're doing it in 3 hearts, so yeah, it's quite the challenge. Transform into human. Humanizing. Do I ride this thing? Gosh darn it, my claw shot is too laggy. It doesn't have enough frames to connect with it easily. Or fast enough, I should say. Anytime now, Peahat. Seriously, somebody tell me in the comments if that thing's a Peahat or not. That'd be nice to know. Master Lennon, I know you're a big fan of this game. Tell me! Oh, do I continue riding this thing?
Wow.
Oh, come on. It's not like you've played this game any more recently than I have.
Yeah, I didn't play it again. I'm still in the ice one. I think. I can't remember.
Hold on just a second. Okay, so after a huge ordeal of events, let's jump down here. I thought that was a pit for a moment.
I did too. I thought you were gonna die.
And we need to ride one of these hog things in order to get into the camp. The enemy fleet. The enemy fortress. Let's invade the enemy fleet! Ugh! Whoa! Where'd you come from? Alright, so let's ride this thing. And we can use it to blow up crap. Unfortunately, we can't kill a hog outright for some reason, but we can use them to our advantage.
Bring it straight to the wall.
Because he's like hard to control. Seriously, grab the controller and like.
I got this.
Well, I'll have you test it out after the video's done, but nonetheless.
Rude.
Speaking of
Ew.
rude. And next time on Let's Play Twilight Princess. Wait, wrong way.
Wow.
Fantastic. We will destroy the enemy fleet and invade the Gerudo fortress. And despite the name, There are no Gerudo thieves to be found, just generic bokoblins and moblins of the sort. So, thank you guys for watching. I might just lose my Ordon shield here because of all the fire arrows, and I will see you guys then.